Okay, welcome back again here with our featured guest tonight here on Late Night Show. Our Regional Director of the Office of Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, Region 9, Director Junay. Sir, there are issues and concerns being brought to the fore by our OFW, especially the one that we mentioned earlier, distressed, those abused, and those were maltreated. So, kumusta po yung effort natin in addressing this, especially in helping out on these OFWs? Kumusta po? Well, I know everyday may mga reports tayo.
Alam mo, Bernie, I'll cite to you again another example, specific example. Like for example in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, we have an estimate of more or less mga 1.3 million Filipino workers. When I say 1.3 million Filipino workers, more or less, ito yung mga talagang documented natin. Wala naman undocumented sa Saudi Arabia. Oh. Meron lang mga undocumented. Ito yung mga kababayan natin pumupunta mag-Hajj.
And then hindi na po babalik.
Sa Jeddah. But ito Jeddah lang, ha? Jeddah lang. And pagdating naman doon, magti-TNT.
TNT.
So, ibang kaso yun.
Pero konti lang yan. That's,
well,
every day din
but these are not OFW. Kasi hindi sila dumaan sa proseso. Dumaan nga sila, Hajj, ibig sabihin, temporary visa lang yan, mga 1 month. Apply sila ng Hajj visa. Pagdating naman doon, naghanap ng trabaho. So, ito, sakit ng ulo ito ng ating consulate.
Because you don't have labor.
These are consular matters already. Hindi na ito actually labor matters. Now, you were asking me yung mga problem ng ating mga OFW. Now, again, let's go back to Saudi Arabia. 1.3 million OFW, more or less. Bernie, sa 1.3 million na yan, more or less, 1% lang, sabihin natin, magkaroon ng problema. Hindi naman lahat perfecto eh. Karoon ng problema. And majority of the problem really, yung mga kababayan natin nagtatrabaho sa bahay. Yung mga domestic helpers natin. Why? Saudi Arabia has a very stringent law. Napakahigpit ng kanilang batas. Now, ang batas nila, number 1 is that yung babae is bawal lumabas ng bahay. Pwede nga lumabas ng bahay pero nakatalukbong. Nakatalukbong, we call it nakaabaya.
Nakaabaya or
turong. Well, at saka yung working hours, especially during Ramadan. Now, Ramadan again is approaching. By July 20 or 21, Ramadan is approaching. Now, during Ramadan kasi, itong mga kapatid nating mga Muslim sa Saudi Arabia, mga Arabo, ay paggabi hindi yan halos natutulog. So, they sleep they sleep mga 4 o'clock na in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, after yung kain nila. And then after yung kain nila, so yung mga kasambahay natin, talagang magpupuyat.
They have to work.
So, dahil hindi nila kaya magpuyat, so they ran to our embassy.
At nababaguhan sila.
No? Mayroon mga culture shock na tinatawag tayo dyan. Dahil iba ang kultura ng Saudi. Although meron tayo mga seminars tinatawag dito, the pre-departure orientation seminar. Yung country specific, the do's and the don'ts of a specific country. Pero pagdating doon, paminsan-minsan, nagko-culture shock pa rin yung mga tao natin. So, they ran to the embassy, seek assistance of our labor office, and then our embassy, while there, yun na nga, ang problema is over, tawag natin, excessive working hours. Na instead, 8 hours, 10 hours, nagiging wala ng limit. And then, excessive working hours, walang tulog. Siyempre, kung excessive working hours nyo, wala nang tulog yan. And then, yung pagkain, paminsan-minsan, pinoproblema nila. So, yan, yung mga ganyang problema, inaayos naman ng ating embahada.
What particular assistance na ang OWA makabigay?
Now, of course, OWA, pagdating doon, we have our welfare officer. Now, if the case is ganun nga, welfare, then OWA takes, attend to the case. If the case is a labor matter tungkol sa sahod, then we have our labor at the same. If the case is maltreatment, halimbawa, minaltrato, o kaya nagkaroon ng mga sexual molestation, so it's the consular section. So, very clear ho ang delineation of functions ng embassy. When it comes to police matter, halimbawa, pag sinabi kong police matter, accident, criminal, thief, and then maltreatment, sexual molestation, physical abuse, these are consular matters. Ang hawak dyan ng ating Assistance to National Unit of the Embassy. When it comes to salary, non-compliance of the employment contract, then the Labor Office. The Labor Attaché like us handles the case. When it comes yung mga pagpa-uwi, ticketing, repatriation, other welfare assistance, temporary shelter,
food
maybe, and then OWA comes in. Now, pag pinauwi naman natin yan, naripat na siya after clearing all the requirements doon sa embahada at nakauwi na sila. Pagdating, naroon pa rin ang OWA. Susunduin ng OWA yan sa airport. Hanggang yan, dadating naman sa OWA Center sa Pasay. Pagdating naman doon, kung wala silang pamasahe, the OWA again provides them transportation. Either by ship or either by plane. So pagdating naman dito, narito naman ang region sa OWA. Narito si Hasan Jumday sa Zamboanga City. So pag pumunta sa atin yan, ito ang programa ng OWA. Yung mga training natin, economic assistance, counseling. In short, OWA extend assistance to our OFW door-to-door. Door-to-door. From post.
From A to Z.
From A to Z. Pagdating door-to-door.
From Arabia to Zamboanga.
Door-to-door.
Okay.
Oh, yung tawag natin, door-to-door, free delivery.
Okay. So, Director, now we talk about the families. I think just a few years ago you have organized the OFW families who are around, we have to tend also to their needs. So, kumusta na? How far have you done
ay, tama ka, Bernie. When I was the head of OWA in 2008, narito, ang unang-unang ginawa ko is inorganize ko ang family circle. Although programa ng OWA talaga yan, yung OFC na tinatawag, family circles. Then, ang ginawa ko, lahat ng family circle na yan, piniderate ko yan. So, in Region 9 alone, we have a total of almost 400 OFC na tinawag natin. Now, piniderate ko yan into one. That is why we have one umbrella organization, yung tinatawag na Federation of OFC in Region 9, which has more or less around mga 12,000 members. Now, what happened is that, medyo nakakalungkot lang, sa totoo lang. When I left in 2008 December, because by that time I was posted to
Malaysia already.
To Malaysia. Malaysia as a labor attendant. Now, medyo nagkaroon ng
dormant yung
nagkaroon ng nagkaroon ng tahimik masyado. So ngayon, nung bumalik ako, pagbalik ko, I assume nung May 14, hinanap ko nga nasaan na itong mga tao ito. Nasaan na itong mga kababayan natin. Wala na nga. So ang ginawa ko, nag-umpisa ako ulit. I started actually from zero, Bernie.
Reviving.
Hinahanap ko kung saan na ito. Until finally, nakita ko yung mga opisyales. Now, ngayon, nung nakita ko mga opisyales, usap-usap kami, sabi ko, why don't we get together again? Why don't we reactivate the Federation, the OFW Federation of Region 9? Sa awa ng Diyos, ngayon, nariyan na sila agad sa akin. binigyan natin sila ulit ng importansya. I met with them. Nagkaroon kami ng talakayan sa office. Sawa ng Diyos, ngayon, I can say, successful naman tayo. Around siguro mga 90%. 90% nabuo ko sila ulit. So, in fact, ito na yung umpisa natin. Nung nagkaroon tayo ng Migrant Workers Day, almost 2,000 came. Ngayon, I conducted the training, the Entrepreneurship Development Training in Pagadian. And now, dito sa Zamboanga. So, masaya ako. And I reported this already to our administrator in Manila. Sinabi ko na, ma'am, ito, sa awa ng Panginoon, naipon natin ulit ang ating mga kliyente, mga OFW. So, I am happy. And in short, I am closely working with them, not only with them, including our institutional partners. Including our institutional partners and other mga stakeholders natin, social partners, like yung mga NGO natin. The Visayan Forum. Visayan Forum has been very, very vocal about the welfare of our OFW, although they're concentrating mostly on the traffic victims. But sabi ko, isa lang ang hadikain natin. Isa lang ang mission natin. Why don't we, group together?
Close ranks.
Pagtulungan natin ito, close ranks, tama. Pagtulungan natin ito and how we can help our people.
Tell me, sir, one word, ano yung gusto nyo na mangyari sa our people, those who are planning to go out?
What do you mean?
They want to work abroad.
Abroad?
Advice nila.
Advice. You see, alam mo, Bernie, not only here, with my 17 years na nabigyan ng pagkakataon ng gobyerno natin makapagsilbi sa ating mga kababayan sa iba't ibang bansa, talagang palagi kong sinasabi sa kanila yan, kung gusto niyo talagang lumabas ng maayos, go to a licensed recruitment agency. Go to a licensed recruitment agency. And then kahit na licensed recruitment agency yan, ang dali-dali naman yan. Lahat ngayon, puro moderno na. You can check it with the internet, with the POAA, kung talagang yung licensed agency na yan, tama ba o active pa ba yung kanilang job order? Now, with that, licensed recruitment agency, and then check with POA, you can never go wrong.
You're not full prey.
Yeah, you can never go wrong. Hindi ka mabibiktima ng mga illegal recruitment. Now, dito sa atin sa Region 9, well, of course, yung mga tao natin, they go backdoor.
Meron pa rin naman.
Oo, backdoor. Kung dadaan ng tawi-tawi. Zamboanga mismo, meron tayong Allison Shipping. Yung Danny Kajoy, pupunta doon. Pagdating naman doon, mag-TNT yung mga tao natin. Paminsan-minsan, yung passport. Hindi-declare nawawala. So, anong resulta? Resulta, victim of forced labor. Victim of,
white slavery.
White slavery. Prostitution. To be frank. Prostitution. And then, what is the result? Huhulihin ng mga local authorities. Pagdating doon, dadalhin sa detention center. They stayed at the detention center for mga 1 month, 2 months, maximum of 3 months because of immigration violation.
Yeah, another violation. That
is the case, no? Malaysia is a sovereign state. As a sovereign state, they have their laws. The Malaysian law is different from Philippine laws. Yeah. And we have to respect Malaysian law. Yes. Because naroon tayo sa kanila. So, after that, i-report dito. Pagdating dito, recycle, pabalik ka naman. That is why kami and other agencies of government like the DSWD and other NGOs, kailangan i-force the media. Kayo mismo sa media, dapat palagi ninyo yan sinasabi yung mga ganyang advice. Wag na makuha ng mga matatamis na pangako ng mga illegal recruiter na ito. Ng mga lalong-lalo na In fact, yung kapitbahay mismo natin ngayon ang nagre-recruit sa atin. Hindi mo pala alam, yung illegal recruiter na yun.
Correct.
So when pagdating mo doon, wala kang trabaho. Kasi,
So, dapat aware na sila ito.
they should be...
Follow the...
they have to. My advice, please go to the regular process. When I say regular process, pumunta ho kayo sa tamang, lehitimong ahensya ng gobyerno natin. Now, ako naman sa OWA, although wala kaming, it's not our function, yung mag-recruit, no. But kami ngayon, dahil tulungan, ang amin is tulungan, you can come to us, pagdating dito sa amin, then we endorse you to POA. Pagdating sa POA, ng POA, i-endorse na kayo ngayon sa mga licensed recruitment agency dahil alam nila kung sinong may mga active job order.
Okay.
Ang OWA ay hindi nagre-recruit. Kami, we can help. We can help endorse you to the
Proper.
Philippine Overseas Employment Administration. Then POA again, endorse you to the recruitment agency na merong lehitimong job order.
Then we will not fail.
Hindi ka magkakamali. Kaya kung magkamali ka man, magka-problema ka sa abroad, alam natin kung saan puntahan. We can always run after the recruitment agency.
After they're here.
Oh yes, kahit na naroon ka, okay. The law is very clear, Bernie. There is a clause in the employment contract, POA. Na ang that the law is very clear, speaks well, that the employer abroad and the recruitment agency in the Philippines is jointly and solidarily liable sa ating mga kababayan.
So, very clear.
Yes.
Very clear. So, sir, I think I won't hold you long. They have seen once again the good-looking man with mustache, with a very unique mustache. And sir, I believe, what's your favorite color, by the way?
My favorite color is red.
Red, really? Why?
you know, pag sinabing red, matapang yan.
So good.
Of course, red and white.
Okay, so any idol? Where do you draw your inspiration? Any personality worldwide?
Wala, sir. Again, my idol is the Almighty. My idol is the Almighty. Everything we do,
we owe it to
we owe it to Him. Every minute, every second of our life, we owe it to Him. Because, we are in this world only temporary. Sooner or later, we will return to Him. So when we return to Him, at least, ay prepared tayo. Meron tayong masabi. Panginoon, ginawa ko yung utos ko. I've done my best.
Your will.
Service to community is service to God. Service to community is the best of prayer. You don't have to pray 5 times a day, actually, kung kinakailangan. But your service to community is the best of prayer.
It encompasses.
It encompasses all. Para sa akin.
While He's watching us.
While He's watching.
Director, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It was a nice exchanges, and hopefully we'll have another this kind of exchange in the future.
Pleasure
It's a
is mine.
privilege.
Pleasure is
Thank you very much. Our Director,
Anything.
Hassan Judayan of the OWA Region 9 here in Western Mindanao.
Thank you, sir.